Hello everyone, and welcome to Mega Man 5. In the aftermath of the Cossack incident, it seems Proto Man has gone fully rogue. No one knows whose side he's on now. He could be working for his own side for all we know. Before we start, I would like to issue an apology. That's right. I made a YouTuber oopsie. I made a mistake, and now I need to come clean, and I need to take responsibility, take accountability for my actions. I was wrong about Electman's stage. In episode 1 of my playthrough of Mega Man 1, I erroneously claimed that Electman's stage in the Archie comic was interpreted as a TV tower. I was incorrect. I've been rereading the Archie comic for fun, and I found that it was a power plant. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you can forgive me, and I hope we can all learn and grow from this terrible incident. I think I was thinking of the webcomic, the unofficial fan comic, MS Paint Masterpieces, which I mentioned in a previous video, which did do that. They did do that. So I got my wires crossed and screwed up. I hope you can forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is Mega Man 5, the 5th game in the Mega Man series, on NES, and today we are playing it. Yes. So, unlike previous games where they were all very difficult, Mega Man 5 is actually kind of easy for one reason. It is super It is super generous with the lives, and like lives are all over the stages. Enemies drop lives way more often. Like, you get one-ups. It is possible, and I would say even common, to get to the end of Proto Man's fortress with maximum lives, 9 lives, like a cat. So instead of going in weakness order like we've been doing, I would like to go in a special order. One second. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water there. So between the events of Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5, out of a sense of both remorse and appreciation for what Mega Man had done, Dr. Cossack built him a little robot bird that you can see on the right there named Beat. But to utilize Beat, we must first unlock him by collecting 8 letter plates that spell out Mega Man 5. And so, instead of going in weakness order this time around, I'm gonna go in the order of the letters, which should be fun. I did my test runs, as always, and it honestly wasn't too hard. Maybe it'll be a little harder with commentary. I didn't mean to tap my mic there, I'm sorry, I had a very itchy nose. Maybe it'll be a little harder with commentary, but we will see. We will see. So we're starting off here with Gravity Man, and Gravity Man, as you can probably guess, is something of a mad scientist. He's here taking over a anti-gravity research laboratory, and the whole gimmick with this stage is gravity. Excuse me. And he was built to just sort of do experiments with gravity, and this is honestly one of my favorite levels in... Oh, good, I could jump high enough. In Mega Man in general, just because I am always a sucker for gravity mechanics in games, no matter what. I don't care if it's Mario Galaxy, if it's Sonic the Hedgehog, if it's Mega Man 5. I love gravity mechanics. They are such a good time. And a cool thing that this game does is, so the input in order to slide is down and jump, but when you're upside down, down is different. So it's up and jump. And I just think that's great. Like, for one, it feels obvious, but it's not guaranteed, because in Sonic the Hedgehog, the input to spin dash is the same. It's down and jump. But in, for example, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, at the end, when you're fighting... I don't remember what it's called, but you're fighting that shelled enemy on the Death Egg. Your input is still down and jump when you're up on the ceiling. So, it's not guaranteed that a game will be cool and invert your controls as they invert gravity. So I appreciate it when it's done. So here we have our first letter, our M of Mega Man. And that is one step closer to being able to use our little buddy. I should have saved the whole beach spiel for encountering the M, because I kind of feel like I shot myself in the foot with having commentary there. And we're gonna wait for a second, and wait. Now! Yeah! Those enemies are really annoying. I feel like they should take one hit to kill, but they take two, which is really aggravating. So Gravity Man, as you can expect from the name and the stage, will invert gravity every few seconds on his boss fight. Not too tough. As long as you time your shots right, you're good. And can avoid his beams. Whoops. Ah! And... almost got him. God darn it. One more should do the trick, and we're good. Get as close to the middle as I can, just for fun. Make Mega Man run as little as possible. Speedrun strats. This is a speedrun now. Hey everyone, I'm doing arbitrary code execution. I don't know. I don't know where that bit was going. Next on the chopping block, Wave Man. So, Wave Man was built to basically specifically to take over this one reservoir in Mega City. You'd think a normal robot could do that job, but it just had to be a robot master, I guess. And that's really all there is to say on classic Wave Man. Not much has been done with him. However, he was used in the cartoon Mega Man Fully Charged, where he was just this like pathetic, skinny little weirdo with a pet alligator, and he's just adorable. I love Fully Charged Wave Man, and his dynamic with Fireman is just the best, because in that show, Fireman has kind of the personality that Needleman usually has, where he's just this like abrasive, rageful kind of jerk, but he's able to kind of soften up for Wave Man. He doesn't, you know, he's still Fireman, but he's able to be he's able to at least play nice with Wave Man, and and Wave Man considers Fireman like his best friend, and they're best buddies, and they're always having great times. It's a great dynamic. I love Fully Charged. I feel like I brought this up in, I want to say, Mega Man 2. I think Mega Man Fully Charged is underrated. People hate on it for being childish and for being different, but like, I don't know. I'm always down for different takes on stories that I love, and I feel like it stays true to the themes of Mega Man, if not the world. And it's not supposed to stay true to the world. It's a full reimagining. Expecting it to be the same as classic would be like expecting Battle Network to be exactly the same. It's its own thing, and should be judged as such. Blink if you miss it. Blink and you'll miss it. We got an E there, and I died. And that's annoying because there's no checkpoints on this water part. Oh, and we were right at the end, too. Alright, here we go. One more try. If I fail again, I will probably just reset, because I don't want to make you sit here forever. And it's early enough in the game that resetting the recording isn't that big of a deal. So one thing I forgot to mention is that because of how generous this game is with the lives, I have not gotten a game over once in all my practice playthroughs, and I think I want to try and keep it that way. I don't have anything to bet, but if I could, I would bet that I'm gonna get through this whole game, this whole 4-episode series here, without game overing once. Game overing? That sounds wrong. Gaming over? I don't know. How would you verbize game over? This is an odd... I've never thought about that. Ow. These dolphins are the bane of my goddamn existence. Oh, there was a life there! I just saw that. I shouldn't have jumped. God. Okay, we're good. I'm probably gonna die against Wave Man with health this low, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yep. Immediate. Alright, we're good. How many lives do I have? 3? Yeah, see? I died twice, and I'm not even... Like, normally, dying twice, I don't feel like I've picked up any 1-ups. But I might have not even noticed, because that's just how normal they are in Mega Man 5. You pick one up, and you don't even realize. I might die again. I gotta buckle down and focus up. Eee. So the Mega Buster... Ow. Oh, I did die! Oh, and I had him right at 1 health. Or one pip. One more try. And I will reset if I die again, because this shouldn't take too long. I know I shouldn't talk about... I shouldn't break kayfabe or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's neat when people talk about the process, so I want to be as honest about the process as possible. Ow. So the Mega Buster in this game got a massive nerf in... I feel like it takes longer to charge, but its main nerf is that if you get hit while charging, it will just stop charging. Ow. Oh, man. I don't think I'm gonna reset. I think I'm good. Yeah, so the Mega Buster is way less good in this game. And that change was carried over for Mega Man 6, unfortunately. I love Mega Man 6, but the Mega Buster, oof. Ow. No! Oh my god, I'm so... Yes! Oh! That was so close to going bad again, but I got him. Wave Man is actually pretty tough. He's got a very simple pattern, but it's an effective one. It's hard to avoid. Next up, after a quick nose scratch and a drink of water, we got Stone Man. So, Stone Man is kind of funny. For one, he's basically Gutsman's best friend from after this game onward, which is interesting to me because, how do I talk about this? So Gutsman, from Mega Man 1 onward, after Mega Man 1 onward, he is rebuilt by Dr. Light, and returns to his good ways, just being a construction worker in Mega City. And occasionally helping Mega Man when need be. But Stone Man never shows signs of a redemption arc. Like, he never becomes a good guy. So it's interesting that Robot Master Friendship sort of crosses the lines of good guy and bad guy. So he and Gutsman are best buddies. But what I think is especially funny is Stone Man was built to take over the mountain gateway, for a hanging garden and secure that so that his creator could basically just siphon the funds from that to their evil things. Because apparently their creator had hit some pretty hard times, which I think is very funny. I think is charming. Ultimately, I will talk about this game's plot a little bit right now. Ultimately, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's charming in its badness, I think, but ultimately it doesn't really add a whole lot to the Mega Man universe in the way that Mega Man 3 did, adding Proto Man, one of the most important characters in the series, or Mega Man 4 did in sort of continuing the Proto Man arc with its ending, as well as adding Dr. Cossack and Kalinka, who, while not really important to the games, would become fan favorites and used in a lot of supplementary material. Mega Man 5 doesn't really add a whole lot. And so that's kind of my feelings on the game in general. Also, Rush Coil got a massive change for the worse, in my opinion. Not unusably bad or whatever. I'm not gonna get mad about it, but it's not my favorite. But yeah, that's how I feel about the game in general. Is like, I don't know. I like Mega Man 5. It is technically, like, on a technical level, it is a very well-made game, but it just feels like a half step between Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 6. It doesn't add much, and it's not super ambitious. And look at that. We're back up to 5 lives already. And I don't know. This is probably my least favorite out of the Mega Man NES games, just because it is very. It's like the popcorn of Mega Man. It's there and it tastes good, but it's not very substantial. But I don't mean to be negative. And this isn't going to be a retread of the dock stages from Mega Man 3, where I was just complaining the whole time. I do genuinely like this game. It's just on the lower end for me because of what I mentioned, because it's so unambitious and limp. I will just call it limp, and we will move on and fight Stone Man, who jumps like a gorilla. I love him. I don't have anything more to say about him. I already talked all about him in the stage. It's a little tough though, because you gotta time your shots. Because when he does a big jump like that, the rubble that is him is invulnerable. So you gotta either jump with him or just time your shots, and I'm more used to the time your shots method. So, we've gotten our 3 Buster-only Robot Masters out of the way. Next on the chopping block, well, there's still one more Buster-only Robot Master, but not quite yet. We take on Gyro Man. And I just realized that I'm doing kind of a story beat here, because in the canon of this game, whatever happened canonically, Mega Man probably went to Gyro Man's stage immediately next, because this is the aforementioned Hanging Garden. It's sort of the top level of it, kind of what it's hanging from. And Gyro Man was to be like a jet-boosting flying robot master, but his creator kind of just ran out of money and time, so he just stuck a propeller on him and called it a day. But supposedly Gyro Man prefers it, at least according to the wiki, so it works out. One of the better tracks in this game, it still hurts a little. It doesn't hurt as much in this game when a 1-up falls down a hole, because they're so plentiful, but it still hurts a little. One of the better tracks in this game. I think this game has a pretty great soundtrack, but they're not all bangers for me. But this one is pretty good. Very pleasant tune. So the letter plate here is pretty stupid, and I'm gonna try and survive, but nope. You gotta time your jump perfectly if you want to survive, but thankfully if you die, you keep the letter plate. So it's not too big a loss. And once again, since lives are so plentiful in this game, stakes are pretty low as far as dying goes. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of this level because I just think the elevator segments are a little slow, and I think the enemy placement is a little bad, but ooh, not too big a deal. I love the explosion noise when enemies die in this game. It is so satisfying. Ow. And, oh, I just jumped right into that. Jumped my little mega face right into that ball. So Gyro Man, being a flying robot, is weak against gravity. It will always hit him, but you can't just spam it because immediately after getting hit, he does have iframes, invincibility frames. So you have to wait a little bit. You have to wait a moment between shots. And so, we have defeated 4 Robot Masters. And because of that, I'm gonna cut the video here. Normally, I would go all 8 Robot Masters and then cut the video, and then do all the Fortress stages, but I think this time we're gonna do we're gonna cut it into quarters. We're gonna do 8 Robot Masters, or we're gonna do 4 Robot Masters, then the last 4 Robot Masters, excuse me, then half the Fortress stages, and then the second half of the Fortress stages. I'm just doing this because looking at the Mega Man 3 and 4 videos, they got really long, and the games only get longer. I mean, I guess not necessarily, because once we finish this, we'll be going to the Game Boy games, and those are pretty short, but still. So, yeah, I will see you. Gotta say it 3 times or it doesn't count, I guess. Later.